We're talking about moon and Gemini. Now, your moon is how you feel. It's who you are internally, a.k.a. your feelings and emotions. Instinctively, a.k.a. picking up vibes that you can't express until you express that and give that off. Now, when we're talking about a moon and Gemini perspective, understand and overstand off rip, you're going to be very moody. And why are you going to be very moody? Because you don't deal with the feelings and emotions. So that means an air sign is in a water perspective, a moon perspective. And the feelings and emotions that you're picking off, you're being forced to basically deal with that or pick that up, a.k.a. entice that. See, Geminis don't really deal with the emotions or feelings, even though they are a masculine sign. And of course, the moon will be a feminine sign. So feminine and masculine don't really mix and mingle like that. But of course, the only good perspective that you got here, Jupiter is exalted in the moon. So of course, you're going to have meanings, reasonings, broad philosophical points of views, a.k.a. sticking his way inside the moon in Gemini perspective. Also, you're going to have baby Neptune Pisces in there, sticking his way in there. You're also going to have opposite of Capricorn in that motherfucker. Because opposite attracts. So, of course, you're going to have status, you're going to have career, you're going to be very stable, very practical. And, of course, you're going to be very cautious and aware. You're not going to be just out there like the average Gemini. You're going to be very comfortable when it comes to home matters and taking on a whole lot of responsibilities when it comes to decorations, pre-intense events. And, of course, you're going to be analyzing and picking up vibes and information and energy from other people. And of course, you're going to be able to reciprocate this energy right back into you. And of course, play these things out and analyze it. So of course, we call this a good positioning. Being that you don't know how to take care of your feelings and emotions when it's in the sun, now we got it right here in the moon. So you're going to need to find comfortabilities and communications that have a purpose, communications that have a true interaction where you can basically connect with somebody. And of course, have a ground basis on how you can be influenced by this conversation, by someone that you're interacting with. So also, this is a circumstance situation where you're going to be also not too out there. You may be very booked and reserved and cautious at times. And you may be also in a circumstance situation of being at your best when you're at home, communicating with family or connecting with close friends. And pretty much of that matter, you're going to feel the need to basically put yourself out there. You're going to feel the need to basically get out there and, of course, communicate with your surroundings and be connected with your criteria. And, of course, familiar faces and familiar places. Also, with the moon in Gemini, you're also going to also be looking to, basically fix things. Make sure things is like having the meanings and reasonings. Because, of course, you also got the other side of Virgo here, which you're going to be more detail-oriented. And, of course, down to earth and practical. Because, of course, the moon has all these abilities. And the moon is the macabre. The moon is the mother. So, of course, by you nurturing yourself internally on a day-to-day basis, this may be very hard and difficult for you. But, of course, the better you can weather the storm, the better you can put yourself in the crisis of stability, and things won't get too eradicated. Because of course, dealing with all those heavy emotions, heavy feelings, it can kind of like throw you off and put you in circumstances and situations to make you very highly emotional down. AKA, you can feel depression at a higher magnitude having the moon in Gemini. Because of course, you're already overly thinking. But by the moon being here, you're doing that tremendously even more. And depending on what your sun sign is, if it's an earth sign, you may have a break. But if it's like some Capricorn shit, or if it's like some Aries or some any other perspective that's very impulsive or too out there, it can basically have you running like crazy, like a chicken with no head. So it's very important to basically be stable. And of course, just actually learn how to feel your feelings and emotions and not actually fight these things off. Because this can basically play with your health and put you in circumstances and situations of being all over the place. And you don't want that perspective to basically play into your endeavor. So, highly important to basically spend time sinking in that. And of course, if you're a Gemini moon, what you need to do, you need to meditate. You need to focus on the piranha. You need to focus on your breath. You need to learn how to basically get into some breathing techniques and be more stable with that positioning. This way, things won't be eradicated or basically try to eradicate you. And you inheriting and, of course, digesting all this information that's basically going directly inside of you. AKA, you got to find equilibrium and balance. And of course, it's highly important to basically know where you have the house at and when you got the moon in Gemini. Because the house is basically going to tell you where you need to look at, but also find the comfortability and the meanings and reasonings, and of course, the space where you need to be in to actually find comfortability and find safety and security in that perspective. But yeah. Damn. Right? Moon in Gemini. Go right out.